Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. These are the 2 free card kits that you will be receiving this month for October if you place an order with me, if you're a downline of mine, or if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. So all those 3 things right there, get my 2 free card kits. In just a moment, we'll go ahead and put one together. And so this is the first one. Isn't that lovely? I love these trees. I love the plaid right there. And then this is the second one. And the gathered together is like my all-around favorite fall paper for sure. And there's that one. Okay, I'll be back in a moment and we'll put these cards together. Okay, the first card we're going to put together is this one with the perfectly plaid, and it is a bundle, of course, in the new holiday catalog right here, and it's this with a punch, this beautiful stamp set. I love the trees in it. How much fun is that? And I love pine cones. Then I paired it with our snowflake punch right here that comes with that little punch pack. It's got like the bat in it, a leaf, and something else, and then it has this snowflake. So I thought that would look great in silver. So let's go ahead and move this aside. Now here is how your kit will come. Everything is cut for you. So this is the inside. You're going to get both the layers. Then you're going to get your circle stitched. You're going to get your 3 snowflakes. You're going to get your 2 plaid trees. And as I work through the paper stack of this 6x6 paper, you know, the trees might change a little bit, but they'll always be the red and the green, okay? So, and then this piece might change a little bit, I'm not sure. You know, if I run out of it, I'll go to another plaid one that has some gold on it, and it'll look great with your cherry cobbler, I promise. Okay, so this is how it'll come. I'll already emboss this for you with the Subtles embossing folder. Here this is, let me show that to you right here. This is our Subtles embossing folder. I absolutely love it. I use it constantly. I find myself going to that a whole lot. It is subtle in the background of everything when you need just a little something something. So let's go ahead and start. Your base here is going to be thick whisper white, and it's 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2, so it opens like this. You will receive a whisper white plain envelope. Nothing for you will be stamped, so what you see right here is how your kit is going to come, okay, with all of these pieces. Now you can choose any stamps that you want to stamp with it. That's how I try to design these cards, to where, you know, there's very little stamping with them, because that's a rule by Stampin' Up. See, it's just the Merry Christmas and just a little sentiment inside. But basically the card is really the punch outs and the cutting of everything for you guys, so that you know, you don't have to use so much stamping. But that's a rule by Stampin' Up, so I go by the rules. Okay, now let's see. Let's go ahead and stamp our envelope while we have it right here. And let's just start. I'm going to use Shaded Spruce, and I'm going to use this tree right here with the leaves on it. Comes out so, so pretty. Just like that. And then I put one on the back. Beautiful. And let's see, what did I do? Did I do that on the inside? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's move our envelope out of the way. And let's bring in the inside of the card. First, what we're going to do is work with this white piece, and this is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and your cherry cobbler is 5 by 3 3/4. So I did a layer inside this card. And let's see, it goes like this, and we are going to stamp our tree down here. So cute. I can't believe that we are going into fall and the Christmas season already. Isn't that amazing? Life goes by so fast. Okay, now we're going to use some early espresso and our little pine cones. I love our pine cones. So I'm going to put one down here, almost like they're falling around the tree. And then one up here. Beautiful. Now I'm going to use my sentiment here, and I'm going to do this in cherry cobbler. And what's it say? May this special season be wrapped in love and joy. Isn't that beautiful? Just in cherry cobbler, very simple. And just right above that tree some. Love it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now we can, let me bring my circle in here, my circle stitched. And I'm going to go into my Merry Christmas. I love the font on this Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to stamp that in the middle of our circle, just like that. So now we have our stamping done. And I'll give these a quick close up. And then our shaded spruce. All right, now let's move this aside and bring in our card base. We want to go ahead, and because this is embossed, we want to use some Tombow. And we want to adhere this to the outside of the card. Whenever you have something that's embossed, it's best to use a liquid glue. Now, and I also like it because it gives me the wiggle room I need to get everything lined up, which is very, very nice for someone who has a hard time getting things straight. So there we go on that. Now we're going to go ahead and attach this little plaid piece. You know, this is double-sided paper. I love that gold and that plaid. So pretty. So we're just going to, again, because we're going on to some embossed area, I'm going to place this right here, and I will already cut this for you. And this strip is 1 inch by 5 1/4. And you're going to put it right up to the edge. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can leave a little bit of the subtles, you know, on the side if you wanted to, you know, just to leave a little bit of border over here. I want it to come over just a hair. I don't want that red to show at all. All right, there we go. But you can leave a strip of the red on this side if you wanted to, and just scooch it over a little bit if you wanted. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and attach our trees. And I'm going to use the mini glue dots on the top of the trees, right here. Not glue dots, mini dimensionals. And then larger dimensionals at the bottom. Actually, what I did was I cut these because we really did need a side. Okay, so let's just take from the edges and see how I'm angling those in, and that is really just perfect there. You don't really need much more than that on the dimensionals, but those side ones really do help on the bottom of that tree, and a mini one on the top. So let's move this one down, and let's put this right here. Just like that. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. I must have glue on my finger. The fingers, things are coming with me, right? And just halfway here on an angle, and right here on an angle. And now this will be raised up just a little bit, and you want it to overlap your plaid right here. So raise it up just a little bit and overlap your plaid. Just like that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now we're going to take our circle here, and we're going to put it up in this corner. And this we will use the full-size dimensionals on. And I would definitely suggest 4 on this size of a circle. And now you can either use glue dots or dimensionals on your snowflakes, and I think I'm going to use glue dots. Let me get those. So I take my glue dots, and I'm just going to apply them to the back of the snowflake and start to place them strategically wherever you really want to. This is just my take on it, and I wanted one here in the plaid and then one between our trees. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's put the inside together. Get all of these things out of the way. And for this, because we're just going a flat piece onto a flat piece, we are going to just use some snail because nothing's embossed. So I thought this month I would do like a Christmas card and a fall card. And we'll just see. I don't know. Next month will probably be all Christmas. Both cards will probably be Christmas. Because I feel like if you guys order from me and you get these free kits, these might become your Christmas cards. You know, you never know. So you can get those and have fun knowing that every time you place an order with me, you will receive a kit. So here, this goes right in the center of this, and I love the way that that cherry cobbler frames it out. Isn't that pretty? And here's our envelope. So here's our card, one of our cards, the free card for this month. Remember, it is if you place an order, Paper Pumpkin subscriber, or a downline. Those three things right there get you these 3 card kits, or these free card kits. So I'll be back in a moment and we'll put the next one together. Okay, our next card features the Gathered Together Suite. It comes with the Gathered Leaves dies, and I've used those in other cards. The Gathered Together stamp set, which I absolutely love. I love this wheat right here. And then this card is going to feature the DSP. Right here, I love those pumpkins. How they got the Pretty Peacock together with the Early Espresso. I really love the color combo there. So I wanted to accent that. So here's this one. Gather together, may this season bring you smiles and love that will last all year. I love that saying, so pretty. So let's move that aside, and now here is how your card kit will come. You'll get all of these pieces. I cut them all for you. Let's go ahead and stamp on this little one right here. So we want this to be like a diamond. Even though they're squares, we want them to be diamonds. And stamp in the Gather Together, the Pretty Peacock, the Gathered Together into the Pretty Peacock, I should say. And then just right there, beautiful. So pretty. Let me move this aside, and then that'll go on that. These will go on here. We'll do that in just a moment. You will, of course, receive a Whisper White envelope, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my wheat on there. But I don't want a full brown wheat, okay? So I'm going to stamp it off and then stamp it on, just to give it a little shade lighter of the Early Espresso. Almost so that that shade right there picks up that lighter shade in that DSP, kind of, I was trying to get to. So there we go with that. We'll move that envelope aside. Let's bring our card base in. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, so it's like that. And our first layer is 5 1/4 by 4. I don't think I told you on the last card, but the first layer, and it's embossed with the Subtles embossing folder, is a 5 1/4 by 4. Both of them are. So this will go down with our Tombow. We want to use liquid glue. Trying to get it into the corners there nicely to hold our corners down. So we can just apply this right here. And now let's go ahead and stamp our inside. We're going to use our wheat, and I'm going to stamp it off. Let's see, that didn't come out good. Let's stamp that off. Okay. And then right here, beautiful. And stamp off again, and then up here. Beautiful. And now I'm going to take our sentiment and stamp it right here in the middle. Beautiful. And now we're going to work on the outside of the card. Let's see, are we done with the stamping? Yes. Okay, let's close the ink. So we're going to bring these in, these two in right here with our snail, and we're going to apply this onto our Early Espresso. Put your DSP on your Early Espresso. leaving your nice equal border all around. The square of Early Espresso is 2 inches, and the DSP is 1 3/4. So this square is 2 inches, and this is 1 3/4. Everything's cut down 1/4 of an inch. So we got a nice border. Just like that. And now we're going to bring our card base in right here. And because we're going on to, again, the embossed surface, we're going to use our Tombow liquid glue. And you want this in the middle on the diamond, right to the point there, the point of the Early Espresso, right in the middle of that pretty peacock, the best you can get it. Then this one, we'll do the same thing at the bottom of this, and the top is going to overlap just a smidge. It's okay. So right here, line it up and just let this overlap. No problem right there. Let's move this aside. Let's bring in our other piece of Early Espresso, 2 inches by 2 inches, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 of Whisper White, and I will cut this for you. And like you see, again, there's not much stamping on these cards because that's the way that they are designed, for you to use more pieces and putting together. Okay, now with this, we want dimensionals. Let's see. I'm going to use 4 of them. And I want the point in the point. Does that make sense? Let me show you this. When I'm done, I'll show you. Because I really want the corners to be held down because of the way that we're turning this square into a diamond. You know, normally I tell you to like to put the flat part up there, but this time I'm telling you to put the point into where the corner is, into the point. See how I've done that? Right here too, and right there, okay? You just hold it down better. Okay, now let's bring our card in. And now, just like a diamond, and we're going to lay this on top right here. That just makes it, that third diamond raised up. And understand that this style card, you can do with any DSP. You can change this color, change that DSP, use this design. You can even add ribbon. I mean, there's just so many other things that you can really do with it. This design right here. So I think that this was a good one to show you guys this month, especially with, you know, all the cards that will probably be constructed over the next few months because of the holidays. And I'm just going to send you 3 rhinestones also just to make that a little blingy right in there. So this is a really good style of card. So here we go. Here's this one. Isn't that lovely? There they are for this month. These are the free ones. Remember, I am in the middle of designing my Happy Crafting Card Kit class. And then I'm going to do another class also for you guys. But that is coming up in October. Okay, well, it is October, but that is coming up like in a week or so. Next week, actually, I have the week off, and I'm going to be working on a lot of things in this craft room for everyone. So right here we go. There's our free kits for this month. If you'd like to place an order, please click the Shop Now button down here, or you can go to stampinginthevalley.com, click on the big blue button, order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. If you'd like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, it's down here, and if you'd like to become a demonstrator, the link is also down here. Thanks again for watching, and happy crafting!